Hi, Leo. If you want to come on in, have a seat for some symbolic support. Here's your ink blot made in your name and essence in the inspiration of June. If you want to take a screenshot so you can scry in your own time and terms for shapes and symbols that speak to your senses. Leos, as always, thank you so much for being my muse, for holding space for me to share my insights and allowing me to be a guest in your aura. We'll scry your ink, add on tarot and oracle, and the spirit box here is rocking and rolling for any audio additions that may inspire, educate, or entertain. When you're ready, Leos, I'm going to take a moment here. You're welcome to join me to close the eyes, cleansing the palette of perception, letting go of the linear landscape, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. Leos. Ooh. Oh, there's a whole there's some serious spirit around you. Serious, Leo. These are like golden lions or carnival horses, and they are wearing beautiful, dare I say, angelic or pure of light, like dress. Like, that's why I say carnival, because, you know, like they're painted, like they are gorgeous. Oh, sorry if I yelled that in there. Gorgeous. Are you sitting on an idea, Leo, or you're sitting on something that's growing? I'm seeing one of those tea pots that are clear, and you put in like a bulb of something, and then as the hot water, like it slowly opens. And then I see people like building things. I see somebody like meditating or a prayer off to the side, like holding space. That's what it feels like, holding space.
Where are we?
And then I'm seeing like an ultrasound thing going on. I don't know if you're doing shadow work or this is happening in the subcon realm.
I said no.
Okay. No, even that. No, I'm going to keep following that. And I'm going to just apparently start adding on some oracle like right now. I don't know why. Like, share, subscribe. That's usually my cue to remember to say thank you and gratitude for those who do and those who support the channel by donating, buy me a coffee, all that kind of good stuff. You warm my haunted heart. Now, okay, so now I feel like I'm seeing, you know, when people have on their lawns, or at least I think it was more of a trend at some point in time, maybe in the 80s, 90s, and they were like cutout cowboys or different shapes. So they're just like shadow, you know, and I'm seeing I know down the road here that they have one. And I always think it's somebody like leaning. So I'm seeing like a cowboy or a farmer, somebody with a particular kind of hat. Forgive me, but please apply any shapes or symbols that, you know, stand out for you. He's leaning against something. I feel like it's something he's been building, carving out. Interesting. A sidebar, something about hemorrhoids. I don't know if that's for someone specific, or you're getting over hemorrhoids, something about the root chakra being less agitated. Something might have just been like, yeah, really itchy. I'm seeing. Okay, so back to this gent. He's kind of leaning back, and there's a helper with him. Again, there's so much gold. Okay, apparently I'm not adding on oracle yet. Oh my goodness. Lies. I want to share this with you to the best of my ability without bothering Mr. Mike. I know it doesn't necessarily come through really, really well, but if you can see... Okay, I'm going to do my best here.
How do you feel?
This is like a Jack and the Beanstalk kind of feel, like there's a seed. It's copper. Also, you know how copper, if you put it in a pond or water, like algae doesn't grow, or maybe mold, I don't know what it is, but it does something to the water. Maybe it's simple as alkalizing. I don't know. That is also coming through because I feel like it's clearing up something that, like oils being dripped out. And I feel like that maybe could also just be the symbolic hemorrhoid, like something that's just been like sticking in your butt about something, you know? But it's being released.
Sailor.
It's over. Absolutely, this could also be a sailor. But here's that gent. Could be your male energy that's tired. could be the farmer within you if you're farming frequencies, or you feel your Leo's, your strength, your golden lion strength. Midas touch is floating out here. You could be like transmuting a lot of frequencies right now that to you feel disgusting. That's not a judgment. It's almost as if your caliber of quality is being maintained. But I don't know if it's oracally all around you, or maybe there's a particular channel, if it's, work, play, friends, passion, whatever the case may be to the globe. And as your awareness is on it, or maybe you sit and contemplate about it for what you're growing and what you're thinking subconsciously, you're farming frequencies and you're like cleaning them up, like the soil, like how you would replenish soil, replenish water. This is what that feels like. And then in here is that
follow you
ultrasound. Sorry, mine doesn't always work properly when I'm in such a liminal landscape. Okay, so that's like that ultrasound, and it brings me into like the unknown, right? Because you don't necessarily you can't see it clearly. You get the gist and you get confirmation that what you're working on is working. But it's not yet maybe come to full fruition in some way, shape, or form. Look at me. I'm like concocting a whole, like a thing over here. Okay, that's cool. And now as I'm scrying through the camera, which gives me another perspective, I'm kind of getting like this haunted house vibe. And it's like, ooh, and the evening glow, and then there's like a dude here, and I'm not getting all caught up. It's just like an energy. When I see hats, I do generally go to male energy. Their expression is none of my business. The male energy. You're having help doing what you're doing, because it's almost as if now I'm seeing it as an owl. Look at these night eyes, an owl with a cat eyes as well. So there's an ability to see things at night subconsciously, these fuzzy frequencies of maybe you land into the matrix or simulation theories.
kitchen.
I don't know, but it's like you're seeing it, it's fuzzy, but you're cleaning it out. And I'm seeing this as a big fly now, like fly eyes and these wings. And a fly is not a bad guy. It's not a bad spirit animal to have kicking around every so often. They're really good indicators of different things.
Island.
And as well, they can also let you know when okay, the many points of perception, like through their eyes. Sorry, I kind of like zipped through their eyes and the way I see it. Oh, anyway, it's not the point how I see it. Okay, and then they can also be indicators of poop and death. But some of them are also connected to earthworms. What's deep below and what's being generated from below up. But Leos, you're tuned into this some way, shape, or form, but there might be a little tiresome activity about this. Like, you got to rest every so often and rejuvenate to ensure your quality is the integrity is intact. Now, if you're building like something in and of yourself, or of course your individual reality is interconnected, right? Sorry. So this is what happens when I'm scrying. It's like I walk through spider webs. Anyway, okay. All right. I'm going to bring it back to me so I can dig in here even more. Okay, see, now I'm seeing a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. There's some sort of, and it's working with that, the guy with the hat. Different hat than the other, like, cowboy guy that was sitting up there. There's a child, possibly in spirit. There's a child in spirit. I'm going to go with that. Whether the spirit is incarnate or has crossed over, I do kind of get the feeling like if the child is still incarnate, there's spirit attached to him. And I say a spirit attached to him because, again, it's of that golden aura. So He might have a sensitivity and empathy or a really close relationship with like a father, grandfather, uncle figure. And then on the other hand, this child could be very much so in spirit. Okay, so I don't need to explain all that to the Leos. They watch over this gentleman, the farmer guy, or just the energy farmer, cowboy, resting, rounding things up. It feels busy but productive. What I do is productive. And this childlike spirit comes in to like to check in and be like, I'm here. Not so much to say, do you want to play? Because I think the child in spirit, or the spirit with the child, and the child comes up to remind this elder that I'm here to play and kind of lighten the mood. That's lighten the mood. Okay, now I'm going to add on Tarot and Oracle. Oh my goodness. And I think I said like, share, subscribe, and all that kind of good stuff. If not. Everything's below in the description if you'd like to request your own and be my muse. Having an ink blot made in your name and essence. And hear me explore your aura. Okay, we have strength. Leo, like seriously, come on here. Heal the ouch.
I'm coming.
Magical prayer. We even had somebody off to the side praying or in a state of meditation. Leo, you are on par. That is the message I'm hearing within your aura. Everyone's on par. Unseen, unseen. Okay, I will get to you. Strength and heal the ouch. Any sort of, I feel like your strength is healing ouchies right now. Even if people don't know them. That they're ouchies at this point in time. And that praying person.
Who are you?
Off to the side. And then I'm also seeing somebody do, what is that? Arm wrestling. Arm wrestling? And I see like the farmer or cowboy guy like tilt his head down or his hat down. He's like,
finish.
No thanks. No thanks. It's almost like this invitation by this little creature. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of like gremlin goblin-y. They want to waste your strength on random competition. Like, let's see who's stronger. No, this isn't the child. That's playful. This is somebody else who's like trying to waste your energy. But this archetype in the Leo energy is like, I'm good, thank you. Thank you kindly. I don't even know. Okay. So we have here deep freeze and cleaning house was unseen. When these cards come through, there we go. All right. So I'm going to bring those up here. As things are unthawing around you, that's all that white too. In the deep freeze, I want to note if it comes through, and I'm going to do my best. Again, yes, there's ink all over my hands. There's that lion. You. Also in strength. You. But he's like relaxing. Paw in the water, just kind of like, you know, it's like when hell freezes over, that saying, or, you know, when hell freezes over. And the Leo's so strong. The Leo energy, the collective energy. And there's a time to preserve your strength and your heat for when it's time to pounce. Does that make sense? And then, because you're de-thawing, if there's anything collectively going on, it's not going to affect you as much because you've been doing this work in between. What is that?
Please stop.
No, we're not stopping, love. Sorry. All right. I am going to get ready to close out here, though, and see if anything else stands out. I'm seeing somebody play putt-putt. Mini putt. I'm also seeing what I think is a U.S. state of some sort. Maybe a Carolina. Is there one of the Carolinas? Every journey starts with a single step. Somebody might be going on like a golf retreat or is this a thing? Like one of the sunny states? Is that a thing? I don't even know. I don't know. Something about money as well. Just came popping in. Money, money, money. Every journey starts with a single step. The word wants to be written, and inspiration. Yes, somebody might be moving states. Your journey starts with a single step. I'll get to you in a moment. Inspiration. Okay, Leo. So I'm going to once again revamp. And I know the yellow's not necessarily coming through great, but this card, inspiration, I want to plop right in there. And okay. And it turns this haunted house, and it like butterflies move through it. What is that? A Lord of the Flies as well, but this is like Lord of the Butterflies. This is your ability. We talked about flies, and now we're talking about butterflies. Bees and butterflies. Bees and butterflies.
Tell me about it.
Something about poinsettias. Did I say, was it your reading or Pisces that was talking about Christmas? Doesn't matter. Inspiration. Following your inspiration, because I feel like that's like a natural, intuitive, like divining rods leading you wherever you go. Whatever, like maybe you're just going for a walk, or you're doing groceries, or you're doing your chores, whatever the case may be. Very human things. But it's like maybe the way you map it out, the way you go, has meaning, because you're regenerating frequencies, you're cleaning things out. Lord of the Flies to Lord of the Butterflies. I have never said those words, but it's fantastic. And they're both indicators.
How many?
Maybe somebody could also be moving because their house is haunted. Kind of want to throw that out there too, because it just like really poked me right in the brain. Feel like you've tried to put up with it, or you've tried to help it. Feeler, yep. Sensor. Okay, I feel like we're in that space. And you just kind of use your logic. Like maybe the tower people, you've had to move. Somebody's had to move because their house is haunted. Yeah, I'm going to feel pretty confident in saying that statement, because that's exactly how this feels. And of course, it's disappointing, right? There's a little bit of disappointment. Regenerator, but this is what the Leo collective is doing. It's like you tried. This isn't defeat. Hangman, this isn't defeat. Somebody suffered there. They might have actually hung themselves. And they are like in a residual cycle, but you're so sensitive, you can tune into it. And that residual energy and the soul attached to that isn't ready to let go of it. They're not ready to move through. Thank you. They don't want to change their story yet. So you took control, as a Leo does, gathered up the strength, gathered up your suitcase, took the tower like a champ, and you transmuted it. So, okay, I will move. I will move. You worked through. I feel like it might have been scary if you lived in this haunted house.
Ghost?
Okay, and let's be realistic. Even I'm the first person to like shudder, get the willies. It's human reaction for the most part, unless you train yourself otherwise. But you felt the fears of that, and you're so compassionate as well, but you would have had to keep lowering. No, that's not. Compassionately, it's like you could tune into it, and it felt like you were lowering your vibration. That's why you were sensing it. But it's like the higher can see the lower, but the lower necessarily can't see the higher. So I don't know that it was actually, it feels residual, if I may. So it's not active, even though it could have felt active because your awareness was adding to it. Okay. So, but I don't think the lower, the residual energy, because it's not necessarily conscious, it's in a loop and it's hung up there, knew that you were adding to it and feeling it quite significantly. Yeah, you're looking to You might be very sensitive to sorrows, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's your be all end all to fix everyone's problems either. It's not defeat when you're like respecting someone else's choices that maybe you wouldn't agree with, even if it's a residual energy. You're like, okay, I respect it, but this isn't harmonizing. I'm going to move on. Guardian, protecting your energy first, your transmuter, because you are illuminated.
Betrayed.
You are illuminated. Maybe somebody does feel betrayed, and especially like if you were sold the house by somebody you know, or you're renting it from somebody you know and they never told you about it, and you're like how could you have never told me? They might may not have known because they're not tuned to it. But on the other hand, I feel like somebody might. It's kind of suspect. That's the word I'm hearing. It's kind of suspect. 10 of crystals. Yeah, you knew. Like, they knew. They knew something was up, but they might. Anyway, we're not here. We're here to move forward. Okay. Leo's closing out messages here. We have 8 of Cups. Strength again. Please follow these if they mean anything to you. I'm going to take a moment here to, oh my goodness. And then Woman of Cups, Sage of Wands. Okay, I'm going to take a boo. Closing out messages for Leo. Yeah, the strength, I can't say how, like, you've weighed things out, the strength to utilize both logic and your intuition and make a good decision based on the bigger picture to the best of your ability. That's how this feels like. There's rejoicing coming through, like you're really going to reap the rewards of this, even if it's within your, like, you can see opportunities.
Vengeful.
You're not going to feel that you don't want to be vengeful if it's been moving through you and you're like, how do I say that kindly? You're moving away from those kinds of energies and moving into a state of rejoicing, because really this is what you can see for yourself and for the world. But if other people in the world don't want that respect, okay, then we don't align. And that's okay too. Yeah. Leos, my goodness. There's that, sorry. There's that egg. It's like weighing a bait. Is it an egg? Or it could be a potato, but it's fine. It doesn't actually matter what it is. I'm seeing it like weighing a baby. And in here of like the ultrasound. Okay, so I'm going to close out with this baby in the event that you are preggers and have made it through the entire session, which I'm grateful for. They're going to have spirit guides beyond spirit guides beyond spirit guides. Yep. I don't know how to. I don't know how else to say that. Peaceful protection. It feels, but it's almost like the birthing or the creation process, whatever maybe one has had to go through to create life, might have been a little hellish. Like it might have been a haunting experience. And this ultrasound of sorts, this baby that I can see, there's actually a crystal I can see, but I can't remember what it's called. It's like black and white. It could be like a snowflake obsidian, but I'm not entirely sure that's exactly what it is. Anyway, it's a healing crystal, maybe. Anyway, so I feel like this child coming forward could be a crystal child, and it's like, and you even know that
I can't talk.
even the process of it is healing. The process of creating life is healing. Even if it feels hellish sometimes for what the body is going through, inevitably there's like this Jack and the Beanstalk. There's this energy that is adding to your abilities to rejoice in, I don't want to say necessarily like just positive frequencies, but again, continue that higher frequency, even having a crystal child coming through. Maybe you yourself are also a crystal child, or you yourself are like indigo or rainbow, and you're coming into that time frame right now where
Stop it.
okay, no, I'm not going to stop it because I know what's going on here. There's like a lineage of different enhancements that are coming through. It's like it might have felt like it's been trying to be stopped through your lineage because of whatever your ability is. And I'm going to just stick with frequency cleaning, farming, getting rid of these itchy hemorrhoids, holistic hemorrhoids of what people get stuck on. So that could be a thing too. Your lineage. That's why crystals are coming through. All right, I'm going to let you go. Leos, I will see you later on in June to scry from an alternative perspective. If I didn't say so already, links are below for the Spirit Box app if you're interested. Just to know, I have no affiliation with them. I just simply tried many, and that's what I resonated with. If you want a personal, you want to be my muse, if you want to donate, support, like, share, subscribe, all that kind of fantastic stuff. Until next time.